If you're a parent of a child with autism, you've likely heard it all before. It's genetic. There's nothing you can do. Keep doing therapies and hope for the best. You've probably tried everything too, from traditional therapies to natural approaches, yet your child still struggles. What if I told you that the root cause of autism doesn't begin in the brain, but instead starts in the body and ends up in the brain? What if the missing piece has been hiding in plain sight this whole time, locked within your child's nervous system? The truth is, autism rates have skyrocketed to 1 in 36 children and even higher rates for boys. And the standard approaches simply aren't providing the answers families need. What's more, so often the non-traditional biomedical approaches don't work either. In today's world, the majority of autism families we meet and talk with have not only exhausted all the traditional therapies and conventional medical approaches to autism, but they've also tried nearly every diet change, detox, vitamin and supplement regimen, hyperbaric oxygen or ozone therapy treatment, neurofeedback, primitive reflex work, and so much more. The most common pattern we see in practice today is while, of course, switching to a healthier, anti-inflammatory diet and lifestyle helps make some serious changes and cools the fires a bit, the majority of children are still struggling with autism in a major way, because the majority of kids with autism have even deeper layers of dysfunction that go beyond the gut-brain connection, the microbiome, and inflammation. For most kids struggling with autism, the real foundational root cause of their symptoms is actually hidden in plain sight: nervous system stress, dysfunction, dysregulation, and imbalance, known as dysautonomia. In this video, we're going to explore a breakthrough understanding of autism that Dr. Tony Ebel and PX Docs developed all the way back in 2008 and has led to incredible amounts of healing for literally tens of thousands of families over the last 15 plus years who have not only found this information, but gained access to this transformative nervous system focused care approach and a very unique specialized form of chiropractic care. Buckle up for this one, parents. We're going to dive deep into the real root causes of autism and share some foundational strategies for healing and recovery not taught or discussed anywhere else. Let me tell you about Joseph. Like many children with autism, he struggled with anxiety, sensory processing issues, poor muscle tone, and digestive issues. His mother shared it was frustrating and saddening to watch Joseph work so hard for years and never achieve the benefits of this hard work. We tried literally everything from numerous specialists, testing, diet changes, and detoxes, and a multitude of therapies like PT, OT, speech, and ABA. The end result was always a tired, sick little boy who couldn't seem to make any progress. And in fact, most often, the harder we pushed, the more he would regress and go backwards. But everything changed when they discovered neurologically focused chiropractic care. After just 2 adjustments, his mother noticed significant improvements. As care progressed, he slept better, ate better, digested his food far better, and started to have more energy, improved motor tone and coordination, and far more self-confidence and social engagement. He was able to better regulate his emotions and just stay relaxed, happy, and ready for life once again. Today, Joseph is a totally different child than he was before chiropractic care. Yes, he still has his sensory quirks and various things that make him awesomely who he is, but he's off all medication and absolutely thriving in life like never before. Let's chat about how traditional medicine and others view autism. Traditional medicine views autism as primarily genetic and only lately has started to admit that environmental influences are at play. But genetics alone don't explain the dramatic rise in rates, and they don't ever actually go into what the environmental influences may be. They just broadly state them. Environmental factors in early life events play a much bigger role than previously thought, and parents deserve to know about them in detail. Autism affects the whole body, not just the brain, including motor planning, immune function, gut health, and sensory processing. So let's talk about what we refer to as the perfect storm concept and how it relates to autism. Early life stressors create a cascade of events that can trigger autism development due to alterations in neurodevelopment and by causing nervous system dysfunction, dysregulation, and dysautonomia. The three main environmental factors at play are fertility challenges and high-stress pregnancies, which flood the developing babies with stress responses and hormones, affecting nervous system development. Second, birth interventions like C-sections, inductions, forceps, and vacuum extraction can cause physical trauma to the delicate upper neck and brainstem area. And third, early exposure to environmental toxins and medications further stress the developing nervous system, with the early misuse of antibiotics being a very big deal. This perfect storm then leads to a cascade of neurological problems known as subluxation, sympathetic dominance, dysautonomia, and overall nervous system dysregulation. Physical trauma, especially during birth, can create subluxation, which is a complex neurological dysfunction. Subluxation most commonly occurs within the cervical spine or neck region of the neurospinal system, but also commonly occurs in other areas that negatively affect the gut-brain connection, vagus nerve function, and so much more. Perhaps the most essential brain-body connection and function disrupted by subluxation is sensory processing and what's known as sensory motor dysfunction, which immediately throws a child off track with their motor skills, motor milestones, and overall brain development. Once subluxation dysfunction kicks in, now the body goes into a state of sustained or stuck sympathetic dominance, which then shuts down gut function, leaves the body in a pro-inflammatory state, and causes many more problems on top of that. This is referred to as dysautonomia and nervous system dysregulation. The vagus nerve connects the brain and gut, influencing not just rest and digest, but we also now know the vagus nerve is essential to regulating things like socialization, behavioral and emotional regulation, speech and communication, cognition, and so much more. Vagus nerve dysfunction also can lead to digestive issues, negatively affecting the gut microbiome by altering digestive motility, absorption, and the elimination functions. A disrupted gut-brain axis can create a cycle of inflammation and further neurological challenges. But there is still more to autism than just the gut-brain connection. Nervous system and neurosensory motor tone and coordination is first and foremost before the gut. The most effective autism healing plan must begin where the sequence of the perfect storm and getting sick first began, which is nervous system dysfunction. That must be the foundation. Parents, we know that it already feels like you've tried literally everything to help your child with autism heal and recover. But we also know that up until finding this video and information about the perfect storm and nervous system dysfunction, you always knew deep down in your gut that something more foundational was still missing. That's why we hope and pray that this video filled you with exactly that, hope. Hope is truly where the healing begins, and for kids and families like Joseph and the thousands of others that we've been able to help with this unique and specialized clinical approach. We love being able to refuel that hope and provide some answers and explanations that you've been searching for. But the truth is, information doesn't lead to actual healing, taking action does. The first, most important step you can take from here is to schedule your child's consultation and insight scans with us here at Trinity Life Center. This will allow you to truly find out if subluxation and nervous system dysregulation is truly the missing foundational piece that has held your child back from experiencing more optimal healing and recovery this whole time. We dive deeper into the case history and into the real root causes than any other kind of doctor out there. And doing so helps us not only uncover the root cause of your child's struggles, but also to create a personalized path forward. We know it can be so overwhelming, knowing what to do to help your child with autism. With seemingly a million choices now out there in Facebook groups and Google searches, let's help not only address their nervous system dysregulation challenges head on, but we'll also use our experience in this world to help navigate all of the other options and considerations as well, helping end that overwhelm for you and confusion that you've been battling as an autism parent for so long. Please visit the link in our bio or comment below to learn more about how we can help your child thrive like never before.